Did you see the response?
I would have served it on you back on.
Yeah.
I might have had it in my email.
It's been a little
It's
bit.
been a while, yeah, because I filed the motion a while ago.
December 17th is
Okay.
my certificate of service.
All right, so are you Jonah Johnson?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Johnson is charged in cause number 25 DCCR 1775 with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And Ms. Holmes has filed a motion asking that Mr. Johnson's bond be reduced. It's currently set at $300,000, and then there's also 2 misdemeanors that he has as well, and those bonds, it looks like, are $3,000 and $5,000, which we're not discussing, but just that he has the charges also, in addition to aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, to misdemeanor charge of unlawful carrying a weapon, 2 cases of unlawful carrying a weapon. And so Mr. Coleman filed a response, obviously in opposition to that. Ms. Holmes, Mr. Johnson, best you can, raise your right hand, please, sir. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Quick rewind. We're about to watch a bond hearing that turns into a literal shootout breakdown. Grab your popcorn and drop in chat if you think a $300,000 bond is about to get shredded or cemented for life.
All right, thank you. You can put your hand down. You may proceed, Ms. Holmes.
Thank you. Mr. Johnson, how long have you been incarcerated at Jefferson County Jail?
2 months.
Okay, and in that 2-month span, your bond has been set at $300,000, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And has your family tried their best to secure or try to get you bonded out at that amount and have been unsuccessful?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now, prior to this, was your bond originally at a different amount and was it raised at some point?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and do you have any property or anything that you could possibly sell to secure where the current bond amount is?
No.
Okay, does your family have any type of assets or property that could secure it at this amount?
No.
Okay, are you requesting that the judge lower the bond to give you an opportunity to bond out, and whatever stipulations the court may have, whether it's a GPS tracker or home confinement, would you be willing to abide by those restrictions?
Yes, ma'am.
And where would you be residing if you were able to bond out?
I'm other side.
Okay, and where is that, in Beaumont?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and your mom is here today, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and she would be able to let the judge know that that's where you would be residing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and since you've been incarcerated at the Jefferson County Jail, have you received any write-ups?
No.
Okay. At this time, I'll pass the witness.
I have no questions for the defendant, Judge. Just argument, please.
Okay, so just for the record, I'm taking judicial notice of the court's file. It does include an affidavit of surety surrender. That's where the bond got increased, because the bond's been filed. That affidavit, because it reads that the defendant failed to pay for his GPS device. It had not been charged at that point, so this, it says since 11/7 of 25, and this was filed November 19th, so it hadn't been charged for a couple of weeks, it looks like. They further stated that he will not respond to their attempt to reach him, and he cannot be located. Therefore, they felt like their bond was at risk, and that's why they filed that affidavit to get off the bond, which was granted, and that's why that was raised. Give me just a second. I also want to take a look at the probable cause affidavit, just so that I can have an idea of what we're talking about.
When you're
Mr.
done with
Holmes?
that probable cause affidavit, I'd like to offer, for the limited purposes of this hearing, the surveillance video from the apartment complex of the incident.
Okay, thank you. Any objection for this hearing?
No objection.
I'll take a look at it. Give me just a second when I take a look at this.
Notice the speed run here. Oath, GPS ankle bracelet offer. Mom is human GPS. Classic Texas bond reduction bingo. Question: would you trust a guy with 9 priors on house arrest? Or is the state right to keep the cage door locked?
Mr. Coleman, I'm ready.
Before I show the video, I just want to highlight in my reply the defendant Scott. He has 9 prior arrests, 2 of which were for unlawfully carrying a weapon. Those cases were pending when he committed the instant offense. Judge, the video, I'll just summarize by saying it's like a Wild West shootout in broad daylight in the apartment complex. Here's the video there. You can just hit play there. Of course.
And what about Kendrick O'Veal? Is he charged as well?
I don't think he got charged.
He was the other shooter, according to
he would
the
be the person in the
PC.
video there in the front. They're saying at the front of that red truck. My understanding is that it's the defendant here who's in the background wearing the dark cluttered clothing.
Okay.
And the bystander who is shot, you'll see her behind like that white van.
Okay.
Because I think the young lady got charged with tampering. I think the one that got shot got charged with tampering.
Bailiff hits play, and the DA just promised us. Wild West shootout in broad daylight. Translation: body count risk meets apartment complex CCTV. Predict the first shot. Comment left screen. Or red truck. Now before the
In that video, it also appears that the first shot, and it's obviously not the best angle, but anyway. The motion's denied. You can go back with bailiff. It's crazy. Insane. Nope, you need to go back with the bailiff.
Here's the discovery certification, John.
Thank you.
The attachments for this.
All right, sir, are you Thai fam?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Zuniga, will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment in each case?
We do so, waive, Judge.
Mr. Pham, in cause number 25 DCCR 0561, you're charged with the second-degree felony offense of burglary of a habitation from March 19th of 2025. And how do you plead to that charge? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you did what they charged you with? In cause number 25 DCCR 0562, you're charged with the state jail felony offense of burglary of a vehicle with previous convictions from March 5th of 2025. The indictment alleges you were previously convicted of burglary of a vehicle April 1st of 2011 in 2 different cases. And is that correct? And how do you plead to that charge? And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And because
pause-worthy moment. Judge confirms a bystander caught a stray while the defendant was allegedly tampering. That single word just upgraded civil liability to potential deadly conduct enhancement. Think the jury pool just evaporated.
you did what they charged you with? And are those prior convictions true? And then finally, in cause number 25 DCCR 0563, you're also charged with burglary of a vehicle with previous convictions. This is from April 4th of 2025. It alleges those same prior burglary of a vehicle convictions. And how do you plead to that charge? Again, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And because you did what they charged you with? And are those prior convictions true? In all 3 of your cases, I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as Exhibit Number 1 Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Zuniga?
Yes.
Do you fully understand them?
Yes.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreements that you've made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? State tenors number 1 in each case.
Without objection.
It's admitted in each case. Is there any evidence that Mr. Pham is not competent?
There is no evidence, Your Honor, he is not.
Caught up here. All right, Mr. Pham, in each of your cases, I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of guilty and true freely and voluntarily. Find that you are mentally competent and understand the nature and the consequences of those pleas. In cause number 25, DCCR 0561, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time, find you guilty of burglary of a habitation. I didn't ask you this either on all of your cases. Do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law?
Yes.
All right, so let me go back. So in the burglary of a habitation case, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and in accordance with your agreement, sentence you to a term of 3 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. In cause number 25, DCCR 0562, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and find you guilty of burglary of a vehicle with previous convictions. Find those previous convictions true. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 9 months in the state jail prison. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. And then finally, in cause number 25, DCCR 0563, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time, find you guilty of burglary of a vehicle. Find those prior convictions true. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 9 months in the state jail prison. You will also receive credit on that sentence for any time you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. I'm handing you, in all 3 of your cases, the trial court certifications that shows that these were agreements that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. I have also handed you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgments entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm.
Motion denied. No sugarcoating. $300,000 sticks. Ankle jewelry stays in the evidence locker. And the defendant's next stop is back behind the gray door. How fast did that yes ma'am GPS promise turn into nope not today? Record speed.
Firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read the written admonishment I provided you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk with your attorney. All right, and also as a part of those agreements, I will sign dismissals in cause numbers 25 DCCR 0823, 1081, 1214, and 1868. All right, good luck to you, sir. You can go back with the bailiff.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And it's yours.
Are we going to go and count one only?
Yes. Yes, sir.
What would be, what are the sentences in all of those 2022 cases? There's 1, 2, 4 from that same date.
I got 2 years. 6 years, he said.
So still on parole.
Yes, he's still on parole. He's a parole.
I guess I'm just looking at the agreement and having some,
There were some
Concerns.
There were some issues just for the court that of how they charged it. Normally, it would have been unlawful use, UMV, but there's some evidence that the girlfriend may have been the one that took the car. She was the one that was driving the car whenever he was actually stopped, when they were stopped. So there's.
okay,
Because it hurts.
okay. All right, that's what I need to know. And will he waive the formal reading of the indictment?
He will, Your Honor.
And sir, is it Brandon Murphy?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Murphy, in cause number 25, DCCR 1678, the state's elected to proceed on count 1 only. It alleges you committed the state jail felony offense of theft of property from August 16th of 2025. And how do you plead to that charge? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they've charged you with?
Yes.
I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Parker? Do you fully understand them? Speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes.
Do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? State tenders number 1.
No objection?
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Murphy is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time, find you guilty of the state jail felony offense of theft of property.
Case closed, bond untouched, but we're rolling straight into 3 burglary pleas on the same docket. Stay locked. Next defendant just stacked 3 years TDCJ, 9-month state jail, and a lifetime gun ban in under 5 minutes. Still think plea deals are soft.
You in accordance with your agreement to a term of 15 months in the state jail prison. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. I have handed you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you have waived your right to appeal. I also handed you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read the written admonishment I provided you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk with Mr. Parker. All right, good luck to you, sir. You can go back with the baby.